So Soundee is slowly launching Soundee Studio, which is your analytics section, kind of like for Beatstars when you look at your stats and sales, but it is a one-place workflow with enhanced features to really gather your data that when you get traffic to your Beat store, everything from abandoned carts, the total sales, the type of sales you're getting, payment methods, there's all kinds of information. Basically, this is something, if you're someone who really likes to deep dive into the analytics of your Beat store so you can better understand your customer to get more sales, then this new feature could be very exciting if you're that kind of beat seller. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a quick tour and try and see what's different to what Soundee offered before, because anyone who's watched my channel for a while, you will know I always rave about Soundee and the extra features they have, especially for their own version of the Pro page over Beatstars. And as someone who's been on Soundee now for over a year, I just kind of wanted to give a little bit of a, just a little bit of exposure to show you what you could be getting with Soundee. So anyway, I will quickly disclaim that I am not endorsed by Soundee at all to say anything in this video, so this is all coming from a very transparent, honest point of view. If there's something I don't like, I will say. But right in front of me right now, we have Soundee Studio. So what's different? Firstly, it's a black background. Now, to get all the obvious stuff out of the way, all of this here, this is something that was already available. I've just got my stats up for the last year. Now, for a bit of context, Soundee is slowly becoming my actual Pro page that I send people to, my Beat store. I did used to send people to the Beatstars Pro page. I now send people to Soundee, but it's a bit of a slow burner, like trying to get traffic up, because I kind of got two different Beat stores, but we've had 5,590 visits in that time. We're not really that bothered about this. Isn't one of them videos where I talk about, oh, this is how much I've earned this month. It's not one of them. What we want to look at is the type of data we're getting with this new workflow with Soundee and how this could be helpful to you as a producer. So firstly, let's have a look at this. This was here before. This is basically showing your sales throughout the months. That's good months, quiet months. August, that looked a bit dead. But again, this isn't really relevant. What's really cool and what's new is this stuff here. So we have top licenses and top payment methods. Now, this is really interesting because you can really get an understanding of your customers' behaviors. So this could be anything from the type of licensing you're selling, which one you're selling the most of, and for the payment method, it'd be more people using PayPal or using Stripe. Now, this isn't really something that's going to affect your selling much. It does go to show that you need to have PayPal and Stripe set up as a beat seller, because these are the two main ways that you're going to get transactions and get your money from selling beats. Now, this is very good, this statistic right here, and how this can help you is if you get a better understanding of what's selling and what's selling well from a license point of view, you may be able to adjust your prices accordingly. So if we were to look at this, for example, you see we've got 69 basic licenses sales, which is a very, very big percentage. 48% of the sales have been basic, and that kind of shows me that that is selling at a very good price compared to the premium license, the unlimited license, and exclusive. This is always going to go down as you go up because it's a higher, more expensive license. You're going to get less sales. Now, when I look at this, I think, okay, if the baseline is 69 sales, we get a really good amount of premium license sales, but then the premium license and the ultimate limited license rather are very similar. So you might think, okay, one of these two is probably priced wrong because one of these is definitely performing really well, or one of them's performing really badly, because normally you would expect a little bit more of a gap. If you look from basic license to exclusive, you think it might be a little bit more of an even quarterly jump between them. So I'd look at that and I think maybe the premium license isn't getting as many sales as I want to, so maybe the premium license is too expensive. So maybe if I just lower my premium license, we'll get more sales of that and it'll balance it out more. Again, this is just the sort of things you can think about with these sorts of statistics. Another very exciting one is the top referring sites. Now, this is really cool because you can see where your traffic is coming from. Now, when we look at this, you can see unknown, kind of frustrating. This is mainly if someone doesn't have like the cookies turned on, or sometimes, like it just is what it is. It doesn't pick it up. So the 26 unknown is a bit frustrating, but you can see where the traffic's coming from. So I've had free sales from Soundee's actual marketplace, or at least the traffic's been driven from the Soundee website. I've had free and another 6 there. So this is all email. So I've had 9 sales on my Soundee Pro page from email marketing. I've had 2 sales which have come from Instagram, which is very cool, and I know one of them's recently because I've only just started driving traffic a lot more to my Beat store from Instagram, so it's good to know that I do get some sales on the content I make on Instagram. And YouTube 9, so this is I've got 2 YouTube channels, type B channels at the moment, which is driving traffic. Now, what's really cool about this is these 9 sales are actually coming from my main beat selling YouTube Type B channel, because my main Type B channel actually still drives to my Beatstars Pro page, because I'm still trying to keep data going to there. However, with what I'm doing at the moment to get 9 sales from some very channels which only have about 200 subscribers, very good. Okay, so when we look at this, you've got obviously this information here. I won't reveal that. That's all basically customers and stuff, which has all been there before. And then another thing that's really cool is you then have the top countries. Now, this is really good because you can take a lot of good information from this. Maybe if you want to run ads, you can see what countries are performing best, and you might want to actually start targeting them more. Because look at Belgium at number 2. I might not have thought that Belgium was going to be a good performing page, but it is. I mean, I could just have one customer who's from there, who's bought a lot of beats, but at the same time, you can see all these countries here we've had sales from, which means that I could potentially run ads to them on Facebook if I wanted to, or Google if I wanted to get more sales. But it's the sort of stuff you can think about. But the whole point of this is if you really start to understand your audience a lot better, it's going to help you to better tailor your content to kind of like market better to the people who buy your beats. And for those of you who, by the way, haven't seen Soundee before, you also get a lot of really cool features with this, which I'll go back to here. You've also got the abandoned carts things, which is really interesting because not only that, you can set up email automations to be able to email people who've abandoned their cart, who put a beat into their cart, wanted to buy it, but then they just haven't gone through with it. So that's really cool. You can see how many carts get created. So you can see all the sort of stats, like how many people like are you actually converting, and like is your beat store converting properly? Because, you know, 5,590 visits. Out of them 5,590 visits, we've had 49 transactions, which is just under 1 in 100, which is kind of standard for a website. It could be a little bit more. So this could be telling me that I need to be doing some stuff to better optimize my page, because normally probably like if you can get 2 in every 100 people who visit your beat store to buy a beat, that could be quite good. So maybe having a look at this data means that I need to do something about that. But yeah, guys, this is the Soundee new design. I do think it's a little bit better. There's a couple of new features which I've discussed in this video, which I think could be really helpful. But overall, you know, the differences are kind of like not game changing, but they're definitely a very, very much improved and useful resource to know about. But yeah, guys, that's the tour. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Keep making music, and I'll see you in the next video.